All right, and we are back. 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 Welcome. All right, and we are back. And today we're back with another reaction. And this time we're back with another science video, guys. Yes, we're back with more science, and that means we're back with more Kurzgesagt. And this time we're actually going to be taking a look at what aliens may look like. Now, this is going to be an interesting topic here. I know a little bit about aliens, you know, not personal experience. You know, I haven't made contact with anybody. But I've just been on YouTube. I've done stuff. I've looked at some stuff. I know aliens should have like two eyes. That's what they say. They should have two eyes, front-facing eyes. I'm sure there's some scientific reason of why that's the case, but I have heard that is the case. So we're going to find out, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to find out exactly what aliens may look like according to Kurzgesagt. So if you haven't already, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. You never know what I'm going to put out next. And then also, if you haven't already, if you're somehow watching this channel and you haven't found out about Kurzgesagt, you're not subscribed to them, I'm going to need you to go ahead and comment on Kurzgesagt's channel. Go to his channel, comment on it, tell him that I told you specifically. I'm not even going to edit that out. I told you specifically to subscribe to his channel. So go ahead and do that. Go ahead and link will be in the description below. Just go to his channel, comment, say I came here from this channel to this channel, and then I just want to let you know that you're doing great, and there's also a great reaction channel to your video. So let them know, and yeah, we'll go ahead and with that. So with that all being said, oh man, if you haven't already, like, comment, subscribe, all the fun stuff. But the one last thing, if you don't like, comment, and subscribe to the channel, YouTube will come through that door right over there, and they will Kurzgesagt what aliens may look like.
What do real aliens look like? We know that life on Earth is incredibly diverse and exists in the strangest and most extreme places, from blue dragon sea slugs to eyes or chrysomelon snails with shells of iron, or whatever this is supposed to be.
Hey, these didn't always look like that, okay? We had to do a lot of breeding to make this animal here, this pug, or whatever type of dog this is. You guys let me know what type of dog this is in the comments, but just know it took thousands of years of breeding to make something look like this.
Let's use our imagination and real science to travel to 3 possible worlds, each more alien than the next. Put on your future science suit and...
Okay, everybody, put on your future science suits, everyone. Let's go ahead and I'll put on my future science hat right here. It goes over my headphones, so that's why I don't have to take them off. So my hat is on. Putting on my super future jacket, and the pants were already on, so I didn't have to worry about that. So yeah, my super future super suit is on. Make sure you guys put yours on at home.
Enter the portal to witness wonders never seen before.
Okay.
The Eye of Oculus. This is the red dwarf star Oculus, 5 times smaller than our sun and a lot less bright. A bit larger than Earth, but orbiting its star 20 times closer, you see the ice hell of the planet Iper. It's tidally locked, so one-side experiences are never...
Now, I'm imagining this is all real science stuff right here. This isn't like fake, fictional, in our minds, like, type of planet. This is actually exists out there. So let's go ahead and assume all the stuff that they're giving us right now are based off actual planets. They don't know if there's aliens on them, but we're basing this off actual planets. That's the idea that we're all going off of. We're all on the same page now? All right, cool.
Ending night, and the other an eternal day, lit by the star's dim glow.
Okay.
In the region facing the dim star directly, temperatures are warm and pleasant. The hell of ice has melted into a shallow, black ocean, the Eye of Iper. About the size of Europe, barely 200 meters at its deepest point, churned by a never-ending storm where hot air meets the frigid winds from the icy outskirts.
Okay, this all makes sense. This is scientific so far. We explained why there's an eternal storm. You know, this planet doesn't have any type of rotation to it, so it's just tidal locked, as if you will, to this one side. So always hot, always cool. This makes sense.
But below this inhospitable chaos, we find calm stability, an ecosystem in almost perfect balance. Let's dive in. Instead of meeting open water, we splash into a floating underwater jungle. We know places like this at home. Kelp forests made from seaweeds up to 65 meters long, sheltering countless smaller creatures. On Earth, we get abundant white sunlight, so our plants evolved to be green, absorbing the most useful red wavelengths for photosynthesis and reflecting away the rest. But Oculus shines not nearly as bright, and its dim rays are even further dulled by the storm. So here, plants are a deep black to make use of the weak infrared leftovers.
Okay, now is there any evidence of this on Earth? If you guys know, out there, please let me know. Is there any evidence of, like black plants on Earth? Probably not, because we have a sun that has like shoots out yellow light and they reflect out green. So maybe it doesn't happen on Earth. Maybe somewhere deep in the oceans. Do we have an oceanologist? I don't think that's what they call you. Do we have an ocean expert here? If you are an ocean expert or an ocean master, Aquaman, Neymar, like any of those guys, if you're any of those people or professions, please comment down below and let me know about black plants on Earth and how they happen.
Which also gives the Eye of Iper its striking black color. Over billions of years, the jungle has occupied all possible space in the eye. Its roots extend deep into the seabed mud, anchoring them and providing access to nutrients. They drop their seeds in the few free spaces in the mud. Only death makes room for new life. Big and streamlined teardrop-shaped creatures push through the dark water. They kind of look like fish. Just like many sea creatures on Earth, their shape is optimized for the lowest drag when traveling through water. Like underwater cattle, they lazily swim through the forest, grazing on leaves in peace.
Now, also, I'm imagining this suit makes us all invulnerable to these fish creatures that we're, there for. So let's just all assume that we're all invulnerable because this actually seems like a pretty dangerous place. Like, I don't know why. I actually, I'm sure I know why. And I hope you all are doing it too. Imagine yourselves are actually there. You're actually in this ocean. It's complete pitch black. You got the light in front of you. You're seeing all these weird plants you never saw before. And then you just see big whale-sized fish creatures just passively floating by you. And you're just like, whoa, that thing is freaking huge. It is darkness. What is under me? What's above me? What's next to me? I don't know. These are like, if this was on Earth, this would be dangerous. So this is like a whole new level of danger.
Suddenly, a patch of strange-looking leaves begins to move and wraps around a distracted grazer, dragging it down into hungry jaws.
Yep,
a predator that's had eons to adapt its camouflage to fool its prey. But not only by imitating leaves. Both hunter and prey never evolved eyes in this dark underwater murk. Instead, they do battle with sounds and textures. Listen. There's a whole cacophony down here. Countless species are singing to each other, sending warnings or invitations, forming a collective song. Like the noisy jungles of Earth, except howler monkeys and screaming piehas are replaced by chattering seed eaters poking at the mud with snapping pincers, squeaking spike bulbs loaded with poison, and the flailing fins of starfish-shaped grabbers hunting small
I don't know, those spike
seed
bulbs
eaters
look pretty
poking
cool.
at the mud.
These spike bulbs look pretty freaking cool. I would get one of those if they had them. Like, let's say they got them on Earth, like we were able to like obtain some of those things and bring them to Earth. I would use these as like, like instead of having fish, bro, fill the tank up with a couple of these bad boys. The tank will be glowing every night. It'll be insane.
With snapping pincers, squeaking spike bulbs loaded with poison, and the flailing fins of stars.
The poison part would be dangerous, but we'd figure that part out, like don't touch it, clear science like that. Don't touch the poison spike thing. I know it looks cool and it's glowing and stuff, but don't be the fish that touches the poisonous spike.
Starfish-shaped grabbers hunting small prey. Beautiful and unsettling. In this stable and never-changing ecosystem, their music will never end for billions of years. You seem to have been noticed, and blind creepers are crawling towards you.
Oh, no.
You want to explore this world, not become part of it, so it's time to leave. The clouds of Nimbus.
Okay.
You're immersed in...
Now, I gotta say, that first planet, I actually love the idea of it. I wish there were more to that story. I wish they could tell us a little bit more, because the world seemed very interesting. Obviously, it's really centered around that one massive part where the sun and everything breaks up the ice. But, I'm sure exploring a little bit more into the nooks and crannies of that would have been interesting. But obviously, this video can't go on forever, and we got to go to the cloud planet now. On to the cloud planet.
In the blinding light of the B-type star Caeruleus, shining hot and blue, orbited by a dozen lava planets burned to a crisp. But we'll visit the last planet, Nimbus, a gas giant very much like Neptune in size and composition, except there's a lot more water, and seething hot Caeruleus showers it with 900 times more light than Neptune. So its atmosphere is warm enough for gigantic white clouds the size of countries to be lofted upwards by titanic warm updrafts rising from the hazy depths. Millions of years ago, and astonishingly quickly, life emerged and evolved inside tiny water droplets deeper down in the planet. Like extremophile microbes on Earth, they found ways of breathing methane and using exotic enzymes to harvest sulfur and nitrogen compounds from the air. As Caeruleus...
This still feels possible. This all feels very possible. I love how they're adding so much real science. Obviously, they're going to add real science to this. It's Kurzgesagt. What did you think? Kurzgesagt wasn't going to add real science? But no, obviously. But they actually made it really cool. This feels like the Star Wars should have been taking notes from Kurzgesagt. Kurzgesagt, why are you not working on Are you working on Star Wars? Kurzgesagt, if you're working on Star Wars, let me know. If not, then Star Wars, hit up Kurzgesagt, please. George Lucas, you're probably not in charge. Disney, can you guys go ahead and help out? Work with Kurzgesagt. Come on, bro. He's gonna make all your stuff, your science, more scientifically accurate.
Grew hotter and brighter. The higher altitudes of Nimbus became habitable, and life spread. Let's dive into the gigantic white clouds to meet it. Up here live quadrillions of tiny beings, a kind of cloud plankton so small they're carried on the gentlest air currents. The most common type resembles flat, four-legged spiders barely a millimeter wide, tinted yellow by the sulfur they consume. They gain lift with wispy electrostatic threads thinner than spider silk, pulling on the charge differences between the top and bottom of the cloud oceans.
Now, how possible is this? Okay, he's about to go.
Xysticus crab spiders use to travel great distances on Earth. You're just in time.
Okay, so this is a possibility. Now, nothing's. I don't know if there's ever been anything that's birth itself within the skies. Obviously we have birds, but birds are born in eggs on land, and then they get the ability to fly. Flies, insects. Maybe they might. I don't know how insects started, but I actually know I'm pretty sure they all have larva forms. So yeah, most things start from the ground up. Has anything on Earth ever started from the sky? If you're a skyologist out there, or Birdman or Superman or a talking bird, just again, go ahead and comment down below. Whether anything has ever just been around in the sky. Are you an aviation expert? Let me know.
Time for mating season. Billions of cloud plankton gather to join their threads into huge parachutes that ride updrafts for hundreds of kilometers.
Okay.
Here in the hot heights, they hatch their eggs before their life comes to an end. Other tiny creatures latch on, most of them predators looking to feast on fresh younglings.
Makes sense.
But not all life on Nimbus is tiny. The other way to stay up in the sky forever is to become a living balloon.
What the
Like the enormous sky whales, taller than a skyscraper, almost completely made of a wafer-thin membrane. They heat up trapped gases, making them less dense than the air around them, giving them buoyancy. The bigger their gas envelope, the more lift it produces, so sky whales evolved to be as large as possible. Only a lumpy, car-sized spherical bag of organs hangs at its bottom. Heating up all this gas requires a lot of energy, so it's time to feed.
Yeah, what does this thing eat? Planets? There's like a world destroyer over here. But apparently it's paper thin, so, again, you bring these bad boys to Earth, they'd be really nice decorations, but I don't know how long they would last. Although, I imagine this planet has crazy storms. Like crazy wild winds, like crazy amounts of electricity and thunder. So if they could survive that, they probably could survive on Earth. I mean, we probably don't have the atmosphere for them, but I don't know. I keep thinking of bringing one of these bad boys back to the Earth, man. This looks cool. If I saw one of these, I would lose my mind. I'm telling you right now. But if you're on that planet and you just see those, again, put yourself on the planet. You're right there. You're in the planet. And then you see this thing floating by. You're looking at, first of all, you're already freaked out by the flying insects. You're like, whoa, there's sky spiders. I didn't know there were sky spiders. And then you see a sky whale or a cloud whale or whatever they're called. It's the size of a skyscraper. And you're in the sky already. That's like multiple skyscrapers at that point. It's a skyscraper on top of skyscraper. You're already a skyscraper high, and now you're seeing another thing the size of a skyscraper. Bro, you're losing it. You are losing it.
The spherical body opens up, unfolding and lowering a huge sticky net into the white clouds.
What the
On
heck?
Earth, the largest animals to ever exist, blue whales, feed by filtering millions of tiny krill each day.
Yeah.
Similarly, the sky whales of Nimbus filter sky plankton out of the clouds.
Okay, now, Kurzgesagt. Obviously we boys, we go back, way back. But I gotta tell you right now, I think it'd be better if the sky whales just whiffed themselves into this, just floated themselves into the web and just gathered as many as possible. These web things seem a little bit, this just seemed like it's coming out of nowhere now. Like, it feels like now at this point, everything at this planet is like a spider. I feel like some things on this planet wouldn't be spider-like, but everything seems to have webs and spider abilities. Like, what is this Into the Spider-Verse planet that we're on right now? The giant sky whale is crazy enough. Now it's got giant webs that it shoots out in order to capture its prey. That's already in webs. How do webs work? Do webs just stick to other webs? Like, can spiders climb from different webs? Like, can one spider go on another spider's web and it not stick, or does it stick? I don't know. If you're a spider expert or Spider-Man or Spider-Woman, let me know down below in the comments.
Most is consumed right away and burned in specialized glands to generate heat. The rest is converted into an orange and energy-dense nectar for later. This nectar is the most valuable resource on Nimbus. Numerous predators are looking for it, but none so hungrily as the frog-sized jet squids, evolutionary cousins of the whales. Several of them trail each sky whale, waiting for it to be distracted or sleepy after a succulent meal. Jet squids are far less efficient floaters, but they're able to superheat and expel gases in short bursts like a rocket. Like vampiric hummingbirds, their long and pointy beaks try to pierce their prey and lap up some of the nectar inside. Unlike in the stable Eye of Iper, life on Nimbus is doomed. B-type stars like Caeruleus live for a few 100 million years at most, and this time is coming to its end.
No.
Soon it will be burning through its fuel at an astounding rate.
Why do I feel bad for the Nimbus planet already? Like, I feel bad for them. They're all gonna be they weren't living the best life, but they weren't living the worst life. Honestly, it's the sky version of the first planet, but bigger. But now they gotta go. That's sad.
And violently burn our gas giant. Life on Nimbus is only 600 million years old and has barely 10 million years left.
Whoa!
Is this tragic? Or is this unique ecosystem lucky to have existed in the first place? Something.
I mean, I guess better to have known life and lost it than not at all, but you know, I don't know. I'm thinking of the poor baby jet bird things, the jet squids. Like, think of the baby jet squids. We gotta save the jet squids.
Thing to ponder as you move on before your jetpack runs out of fuel. A fatal attraction.
Okay.
Orsted is a Y-class brown dwarf, 13 times more massive than Jupiter and with a magnetic field 60 times stronger. It belongs to the yellow star Sturgeon, which is about to disappear behind Orsted's shadow. But you're interested in Monier, one of Orsted's many moons. It should get as much sunlight as our Earth, but its 3-hour orbit around the brown dwarf means its days are extremely short. Gravity here is a mere 5% of Earth's, so the moon can only hold on to a thin carbon dioxide atmosphere that doesn't retain much heat, so its average temperature is far below freezing. As its cold night begins, a chill descends on Monier and dry ice snow falls from the sky. A green, blue and red aurora illuminates the landscape, made from star plasma caught in Orsted's magnetic field and striking Monier's atmosphere. The Sturgeon system was born from a nebula saturated with metals, so iron and lead are abundant. In this frigid cold, chock full of toxic minerals, life found unique ways to make the best of a bad situation by using ammonia instead of water, which would freeze in the short nights, and by incorporating magnetized minerals and Orsted's magnetic field into its biology. On Earth, species like lobsters or bees have learned to sense magnetic fields, but life on Monier takes it to a whole other level. As Sturgeon rises and its red rays filter through Orsted's crescent, a yellow glow rushes over the horizon. The snowfall stops and temperatures quickly rise. The ground creaks and multicolored liquids trickle out from fissures all around you.
I ain't gonna lie, this beat is hitting. This beat is kind of going.
Volcanism, just like on Jupiter's moon Europa. Brittle-seeming bundles start to unspool and climb off the ground towards the bright star. Like Arctic flowers on Earth sprouting in the short summer, these plants don't have a minute of daytime to waste. Their blossoms are saturated with magnetic minerals, making use of the extreme magnetism and low gravity to levitate, reaching up to 1 kilometer into the sky, extending the sunset for as long as possible. Hey, don't touch them! With a loud crack, the skyflower detaches itself from the ground and drifts out of reach. Suddenly, you're surrounded. Hundreds of shiny critters zoom by. They look like ice skating snails and can circle Monier faster than the sunset. From their head, they extend 2 long stalks that are electrically conductive and merge up top. A magnetic kite that drags them along the surface at breathtaking speeds. The skaters formed a symbiotic relationship with photosynthetic purple microorganisms that live in their shells. These biological solar panels produce sugars that they share with the skaters in exchange for continuous starlight. If the skaters ever stop, they risk their partners freezing and death by starvation. The harmonic scenery is violently interrupted as the ground splinters open and a spiked metal claw grabs a skater and crushes it. It belongs to an animal that looks like a cross between a sea lion and a beetle. As it devours its prey, it gets covered in pink and sparkly fluids. These ambushers hide in the crystalline ground, spreading an array of electrically sensitive whiskers that they use to detect their prey and strike just as they zoom by. Like living landmines that could be buried everywhere. Maybe you should end your stroll. The darkness will...
I'm gonna be honest, this planet seems like one of the, I would say, the more or the less possible places. I mean, I don't know. It just feels like with the fusion of minerals and like animals, like the biological and the mineral, it feels like a lot to process. Now there's animals with electromagnetic abilities, like not even just like simple ones, but just like they're pulling themselves and stuff. They're like, I don't know. I mean, maybe it's possible. There's rock plants, people. There's mineral plants, like rock plant. Bro, this is wild. I don't know. I guess this is the one where I'm like a little bit far-fetched for me. this would still be a cool thing to see, like as a movie or something.
Return soon. It's time to return home. Back home.
Okay.
Earth. Warm and pleasant.
Now, this just seems boring after all this. Like, now you're going to boring old Earth. Like, what do we got? Squids and sharks and stuff? Like, humans? Like, come on, bro.
It's good to be home, in the environment you and all other life that's not made up evolved in. But who knows? If you look up at the countless flickering lights, there may be countless strange worlds, home to life stranger than anything you've seen. Scientific speculation is fun, but also useful, giving us ideas about what we should look out for. And, who knows, maybe in a few thousand years, our descendants may actually visit exotic oceans, fly over white clouds the size of continents, or pet metallic animals. And maybe, just maybe, even talk to others like us, who are also marveling at all the strange life in our universe.
The cloak is wild. I don't know if he'd have the cloak, I'm gonna be honest.
Want to go beyond imagining aliens and start uncovering real secrets of the cosmos? Our friends at Brilliant can hand you the keys to unlocking new insights.
You know what else is brilliant? This advertisement right here, guys. You know how much we love ads on this channel. I'm going to go ahead and do you a quick favor, Kurzgesagt. I'm going to go ahead and let you know about Brilliant. Brilliant is a great resource that you can use to learn. You can learn about mathematics. You can learn about artificial intelligence. You can learn about so many different things in a way that's easy to understand for the common folk. For you out there who I didn't go to MIT. Well, guess what? Now you can still learn about artificial intelligence. You don't have to be a mathematician to learn about mathematics. You can learn it through this incredible resource, Brilliant. It's going to have really easy, simple ways for you to learn about things. This one here seems to be about, this would be like hertz and all that fun stuff, for being an electrician. So if you want to learn about that type of thing, you can, this is where you put like the little thing here and then you put the little squiggly thing here. It all works. This is the battery, all the highlighted stuff. You'll see the highlighted areas. You'll know if you're right or wrong. And yeah, this is a great resource here, guys. You're going to learn about all the things you want to learn about, and you're going to do it at a great price. And also, you're going to help out the channel. Not this channel, but Kurzgesagt's channel. You can help out this channel here if you want to go ahead and talk to Kurzgesagt about getting me a sponsorship. But look at the different things you can learn. It's not, you learn about data analysts. You learn about programming. Learn about fundamental math. Don't go for the crazy extreme math. Get the fundamentals down. Mr. Fundamental. If you know who that was, then you know. So yeah, go ahead and learn about Brilliant. Get the
Kurzgesagt lessons and explore
30 days for free, guys. You honestly, you can't afford not to do this. This is going to be the best time you ever had. You're going to get 20% off. All you got to do is go to brilliant.org/nutshell. Again, that is brilliant.org/ the slash is leaning forward, not backwards, forward /nutshell. And then you can get 20% off. 20% off. You're only paying 80% of the price. Come on, bro. You can't. It's hard to you. This is going to be one of those things where if you don't buy this, you'll be like, dang, I could have learned so much and got 20% off. You know exactly how much that 20% off is once you do that mathematics course.
Premium subscription. Dark Lab. Let's conduct a few stellar experiments.
Okay.
We'll first add some more mass to this protostar.
Yeah.
More. A bit more. Wow. We've just created a blue giant, a star with 10 times the mass of our sun. Let's now add a couple of million years and see what happens. A supernova. Breathtaking.
Wow.
And look, it leaves behind a black hole.
Yeah.
Fascinating stuff. Now we record our findings. Be careful to preserve the sparkle. It's now time for Duck's final inspection. This one is always a nail-biter. He has incredibly high standards. Luckily for us, our work is scientifically accurate.
Hey, look at this. Look at this stellar cycle, this stellar life cycle you can get here. And I'm sure you can go to the Kurzgesagt's website, their own website, and actually to get this. And look at this. You'll learn all about the different black holes and the different things. This is actually cool. I might need to get this for myself. Guys, let me comment down below if I should have this on the wall. Should I add this to the wall? This looks like a pretty cool thing to have on the wall. I like that there's nothing right here, just says nothing. And I would like to read these in detail.
View of important astrophysical processes and is a real stunner.
All right, you sold me. I want one of these. Guys,
Duck
buy it now.
approves. Looks like it's ready to be shared with the world
Yes.
as a poster.
Give it
A
to
very
me.
special piece of Kurzgesagt you can take home and touch.
I
You
want
can
the
get this
poster.
very special poster along with
Oh, look at this other poster. Look at this one. Oh, look at this one. Oh, that's the same one. Never mind. Look at all these. I like these.
many other sciencey and
Oh, look at this. Quasar. We're just going to act like I said that right the first time.
spacey things created with love and care from our shop. Every Kurzgesagt product you buy
Hey, guys,
directly
you guys
funds
got to go to the shop. What does it say?
another moment we get to spend working on our video.
Bro, it directly funds them. It directly helps fund the videos. And you like the videos. You think they're fun. Help make them more fun by giving them funds. You know? You put the FU in funds. Give them the rest of the funds. And so they can keep making great videos like this. Ah, that was a great video, guys. As always, I really enjoyed that one. That was a real thinker, you know? It really makes you think. I like the idea that it does help with science because it does give real scientists an idea of what type of planets to look for with those specific environments, you know, like when people are actually researching like, oh, what's out there, and you see this type of star, now we have an idea what kind of planets could be around it and what type of life could possibly start in those type of environments. You know, it's a good like, what do they call this, like theoretical science right here. This is great theoretical science, and we just did a theoretical science experiment together. We learned. You know, now I want you to do a theory of your own, if you will, if you could. You know, think of a planet, think of a solar system out there, think of a gathering of planets and a star, and imagine for yourself what the life on that planet could be like. You know, I'll go ahead and start off randomly. Let's say there's a planet out there in the solar system. They have a dwarf star, brown dwarf, you know, low light type of environment, very similar to the first planet, but this one less water. It looks similar to Earth. It's a little bit closer, you know. It's still cold. It's actually a little bit almost too close to it, where you think it's not safe, but it's just in that safe zone. But they don't get a lot of light. The sun looks dark for them still. They grow up in darkness, and then they learn to adapt in that darkness, but they grow to be humanoid type. But then they're like, it's always dark. We got to eat quickly. And then they just drink the blood of all of their their prey. So now they're humanoid creatures that have to adapt to have really long, teeth here, and then they just drink the blood out of everything, and then they come to Earth and they become vampires. So that is my theory. Go ahead and write one of your own. Comment down below. And if you enjoyed this, if you enjoyed the rant, the storytelling of my own, go ahead and comment, subscribe, all the fun stuff. A really cool thing happens when you subscribe. I think you'll see a really cool thing happen when you subscribe. Trust me. I think I'm the only channel that does it. I talked to YouTube. They were like, oh yeah, we'll make something really cool happen. So yeah, something really cool is gonna happen. And yeah, with that being said, guys, as always, I want to say thank you for making it this far through all the rants. As always, I love you. Bye.